I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Fu.
And I'm Main One, and we're Unplugged, Free Your Mind, a show where we discuss and share our perspectives on an array of topics and world news from an unfiltered, unbiased, and unplugged point of view. What's happening, my man?
What's up, Holmes? I don't know if you want to start the show or do it in the middle or do it a little later with my little incident or whatever at the Democratic Party. You know.
Oh, let's. How was your week? Let's talk about that first. Let's get the travesties out the way. Roll call. If you're coming in, just let us know where you're coming in from. We appreciate, like always, we appreciate y'all tuning in and supporting the channel every week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Leonard, what's going on? You know you're welcome. We'll send you the link if you want to come on and jump on. But yeah, man. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Since you said how's the week, I want to let y'all know that first and foremost,
excuse me.
When you play golf, just know golf is not easy. Golf is hard. And I talk to Jermaine a lot about my golf game. And obviously, when you're going through a swing change, it takes time. And for the past 2 days, I went to the range to go practice. And I can honestly say it's the first time I went to the range back to back in my life, and the damn club don't feel like a snake in my hands. Like shit just don't feel like something wrong. It feels fluid. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So Friday, I'm actually leaving. I'm going to Chicago, and I'm literally flying in Chicago in the morning and leaving at midnight to drive back. So I'll be back Saturday, and I have a golf tournament. What's up, Kate? What's up, KG? And I have a golf tournament Monday. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this is gonna work. I'm hoping I go out to Chicago. I've never played golf in Chicago before. Go out there and play, see what's up, and hopefully bring it home. And ironically, also, I will be playing a golf tournament on my birthday on November 13th. So I'm also gunning to win that one too. So we'll see what's up.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm doing my thing. I'm sharing everywhere to see what's up. So what I mean, and what's been going on with you for the week?
Man, I ain't gonna, say everything that's been going on, but just trying to hold it in the road, man. A lot of stuff going on the back end that I ain't gonna talk about on the show, but just some heavy shit going on. But tis is life, shit we all got to go through at some point in time. So me and my siblings and my family, we're dealing with it accordingly, and we're gonna keep pushing.
Which is all you can do. So we want to. I definitely want to thank everybody. For a lot of y'all who don't know, if you're watching, our original page had got terminated, and we was knocking on the door of 700 subscribers. Like, we were literally knocking on the door of 700 subscribers. Kid, I sent you the link too, so you got it. What's up, Leonard? So we pushing back to get our numbers back up, and that's the move. So it's taking time, but the one thing I love is that it seems like to me that we're getting the right people on the show, like the people that the viewership and everything like that, and it's growing at a nice pace. I be looking up and it's like, oh shit, we got 4 more new people, and it's just coming and it's coming and it's coming, and it's gonna be a matter of time for the right person sees one of our shows, and it's a wrap. And side note, anybody who hasn't seen it, one of our best shows is the one called Generational Wealth, where we talked about trust and being your own bank. Please pass that on to everybody. That was a very, very powerful. We ain't gonna get into the guests that we've had. We've always had great guests. We always will have great guests. When you start talking about generational wealth, we got to put that out to the people.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What's going on, Leonard? What's happening, man?
Oh man, I'm back on Twitter again.
Oh, you back on Twitter? I know it's like wildfire on there. I know.
Oh man, why they unlock me? I've been going in. I seen this doggone one ad that had Kerry Washington on there with Stacey Abrams. They was getting their jig on. I had to comment, bruh. I had to. Because, I'm a whole fool. I was like, A is for Apple, J is for Jack. Kerry Washington will never get her relevance back.
So she was dancing. Somebody else. I know she was dancing with somebody else. It was some chick that be in Country Wayne videos. I saw her did a skit, some kind of dance with her too.
Yeah, that was wild. I was just sitting here like, you can't shake it fast and watch yourself if you ain't got nothing to shake.
Yeah. Kerry Washington. She shaped like a little boy, so that I could go with that one all day long. She ain't got no shape.
Hey, bro, where you want me to pull that video from of you?
I'm gonna send it to you on the messenger, right?
Yeah.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Oh, and did you get that video edited down just for the good part?
I sent it to you.
Oh man, did you text it to me?
You know what, Jermaine? Let me see if I can email it to you because it won't let me. It won't let me send it that way.
Okay.
Because can you play it from my page?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I didn't see it in my text messages. I was looking extra for it today.
Nah, I think the problem is because it's long and the way that Kid Gravity sent it to me. Oh, wait a minute. Kid Gravity just said, Jermaine, check your drive. I sent them your email address too. You got it.
Is it my
Dropbox?
Yeah, check your email.
Yeah, I was gonna say either Dropbox or it's this one called WeTransfer.
Yeah, that's how you sent it to me.
Oh, WeTransfer. All right, good. Because
I want to let everybody know while he's waiting to pull up the video that on Saturday, Stacey Abrams and Warnock was over here in Douglasville. So I decided to go because I wanted to confront them pretty much face to face. Unfortunately, I missed Warnock by 15 fucking minutes. I'm still mad at myself that I missed him by 15 minutes. He came early. Stacey Abrams came late at around 4 o'clock. The issue with that was I had to drop a friend of mine off at the airport around the same time. So I knew that I was going to miss her. You got it, Jay?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure you got it. So when I got there, they was having a round table of black men or whatever. And the chair of the Douglas County Democratic Party, she approached me and she was like, I don't know if you saw my comment on your post about reparations or something like that, blah, blah. And then she immediately told the dude that somebody had a question. And obviously that was me. So I was able to ask my question. And that's the video clip that he's going to end up pulling up and showing once he's able to get it. Go ahead.
Hey, nothing. I'll play it. I was wondering if you was looking in the comments.
I got to pull that up on my other phone so I can read the comments because I can't see it on here.
All right, everybody. So he just started it. Here we go.
All right, hold on. Make sure the volume's straight. Y'all let me know if it's too loud.
In the middle, right behind.
And let me give you a
right
microphone.
there. That'll be good.
Believe me, my voice carries. I'm good.
That's all right. We just want to make sure.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of intangibles for our vote. Period. We never get anything. Do I expect to see reparations in my lifetime? Of course not. But what I don't appreciate is candidates that are directly against them. Warnock and Abrams are against reparations.
No, they're not.
Wait a minute, please. They go against and they talk about other subjects, they bring up other people. My friend Marcel Dixon ran against Clyburn in South Carolina. There's a video you can go on his page. He asked him directly. Ignored the question. That's a problem. Even if you can't get them, use your bully pulpit to talk about them. These candidates don't do it. The other thing that I have is, and I'm a realist. I'm not on either side of the aisle. I'm an independent. I do it based on person, not party. My biggest issue is our people don't get tangibles and they never give us anything specific. It's always people of color, minorities, Indians this, Indians that. No, that's a problem. We have to address it because 95% of people that look like me vote Democratic. It's about a symbolism and no action. That irks me. That's why you have a lot of people willing to stay home. They're like, what are they giving us? Nothing. The last thing I say is for anybody, go listen to the speech by Malcolm X, Ballad of the Bullet, which was 60 years ago. It still applies today. That's also a problem showing that ain't been no change in 60 years, except on the surface area. There's no action, it's just symbolism.
What was your name again, brother?
Jerome Alpha Fish. Everybody call me fool.
Hey, we appreciate your question. Ingrid, I think you wanted to chime in on that.
Yeah, let me chime in because I love Jerome. I love his passion for what he wants to do. But as a chair of the party, I'm going to say this about. As a chair of the party, I'm going to say this about the reparations and our candidates. Reparations is not a political issue. You know what it is? It's a tax issue. It's a tax issue. All you got to do is have people to change the tax law. Now, let me ask you this, and let me make this statement. Who's a tax attorney? Stacey Abrams.
Yeah. Exactly.
Who has political know-how in the Senate and in the Congress to change tax laws? Reverend Warner. Now, you expect, now answer me this, Jerome. You expect Herschel to change the tax, to have the ability for what it takes to change the tax law? And it's a small, let me explain something. It's a small change. It's not a big change. It's all about, it's one thing, it's a form and adding a schedule. Then the other thing is, do you think that Kemp, who has a family history and ancestry of slavery's ancestry, do you think that he's gonna give us reparation or even make an effort to change the law to give us reparation? The answer is, and we all know the answer, don't we, Frank? No.
Can I respond, please?
Sure.
As far as Kemp, why would I expect a white man from Georgia to do anything with reparations? I never said that. I'm talking about our candidate. That's number one. Number two, you brought up Stacey Abrams, tax attorney, Warnock being in the Senate. If they can do that based on the taxes, why don't they talk about it? They don't say anything.
But that's what I'm telling you, because you're making it a political issue. It's not a political issue.
Again,
it's a governance issue.
I'm bringing up the point of what you just said, and by what you just said, it's proven they don't talk about it. Why don't they use their bully pulpit to say something?
How many people talk about changing the tax law?
Why don't they do it?
Why should they?
Because if you just said
because then you make it a political issue, and it's not a political issue.
It's all good.
Okay, hey, Jerome.
I want to touch on something with that. She decided to bring up some points of the reason why they couldn't do it. Then when I throw this shit back in her face, it turns into why would they do it? You just said the way they're supposed to do it. What the fuck are you talking about? Now you're talking out of your fucking neck. Go ahead, Jermaine. Go ahead and say it.
First of all, you can easily get up there and say, "Oh, it's a tax issue," but she never says how is it a tax issue. It ain't no fucking tax issue. Was it a tax issue when the Asians got their reparations, when the Native Americans got their reparations? I mean, how is it a tax issue when it comes to foundational Black Americans getting their reparations? I don't understand what she's talking about. But she talked like who said that? KG said she's like she's right. Like she's so right.
And that, but
But
see,
this is what got me burnt off. I wish my grandchildren would have been with their mother, and I could have been there with the brother out there. Cause see, I would have made a point like this. I would have been like, okay, excuse me, miss. Emphasis on miss. This is a man's panel, isn't it? Isn't this a men's panel? So why are you even speaking? See, that's a big problem with Black American women today. They don't know their place. That's a man's panel. Just because you help organize it, that don't give you the right to speak if it's supposed to be all men dialoguing. Stand down.
well, here's what I'm going to say, so everybody knows what's up. The guy to the right who introduced me, that was his panel. He has those around Douglasville, and I think and things like that. So when I got back to the event, basically I was having a conversation with Henry Mitchell, who's a county commissioner, and I was telling him, you know, what happened with another situation. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to put that out on this platform. But another county commissioner who I knew through her ex-husband, she came over and said, well, Henry, he had everybody in here on pins and needles for what he said and this, that, whatever. So that's how the conversation got started. And then the guy who runs it walked over to me and said, you know, when you're done talking, I want to talk to you. We had a conversation for about 30 minutes. He wants me to be on future panels because what ended up happening was, by me saying what I said, I said some shit that the people in that room, they're not willing to say. See, I'm not that one that's going to coddle and just be on some bullshit and say what people want, what I think that they want to hear. No, I'm going to say what is supposed to be said. And bottom line is, our people are completely disrespected in this country. And bottom line is, they always want something from us and we get nothing in return. That shit has to stop. And the only clout that we have on paper per se is to go to the goddamn ballot box. So my thing is, let's start going to the ballot box as a fucking unit, as a block, and whoever coming with whatever the fuck we want, that's who we voting for. If it's left or right, it doesn't matter. And at this point, I told Jermaine about it. I might have told Leonard too. I'm going to work on starting my own political party. And in this party, we're going to want tangibles. Now, the key to that is, because I'm thinking about where I live, it can't just be some broad shit on a piece of paper. It has to be very, very specific. So I'm going to start having conversations with people over here in Douglasville and Douglas County to ask them, what is it that we want? That way it's something that we can ask for that's tangible. Because there's no point in starting a party and then we going and we putting these motherfuckers in office and it's still the same situation. Because I don't want something personally for me. I want something for my people. I love who I am. I love where I come from and everything like that. And I want to see us win and stop being behind a motherfucking 8-ball.
Yeah.
That's real.
And side note, where Jermaine lives, not really where Leonard lives, because that's a big month. We got to have a bunch of motherfuckers to vote out there to get some shit done. And where I live, where Jermaine live, the numbers are kind of small. If I were to get 1,000 people in Douglasville, we will be able to control every local election in Douglasville. Period. If I get 5 or 10,000, it's a wrap. Whatever the fuck we want, we can get. And it's probably the same with Jermaine where he lives. Out there where Leonard is, the number probably got to be like 25,000, if not. But that's more local. Like if it's local, you good. You talking about thousands of people.
Well, that's countywide though. That's countywide. 2,000 will do in this area, but they so brainwashed by, the ones that are voting for the Democrats. They brainwashed. They're not voting their best interests. I'm like this here. This is my thing about it. You know the Democrats ain't gave you nothing. You say the Republicans are racist, but you can't prove that, just like old girl couldn't prove her point. So how about this? Why don't you give it a test pattern? Why don't you vote for the other party opposite than what you've been voting? See if you get something. If you don't, then just simply don't vote. If everybody can't organize under one doggone flag and tell that politician, if I don't get some doggone food on my plate, I ain't voting for you. I want food on my plate. I don't want promises. Okay, I got missed meal cramps. I'm hungry. I don't want you promising me, well, I'm gonna take you over here and I'm gonna cook you a chicken. I'm gonna give you some steak and eggs. Ooh, and it's sounding so good, and you just all excited, but you still got the missed meal cramps. I don't want missed meal cramps. I want to eat, and I don't want ramen noodles and hot dogs. You heard me?
That's a fucked up. You just made my stomach hurt. That's a fucked up combination. God damn.
But that's what a lot of these kids are eating these days. If you look at these doggone kids, you see they swollen out of control.
Damn.
Being raised on
fuck you up.
Yeah, ramen noodles and hot dogs in the microwave. I'm like,
fam, let me say this. Let me say this before I know Jermaine ready to get it in. I have not eaten food out of a microwave in close to 20 years.
There you go.
That shit, I microwaves not going down. That shit, everybody need to throw them motherfuckers in the garbage. Them shit need to be in the landfill somewhere. That shit, them shits is killer. But you know, I definitely wanted to let everybody know what was up with that. I had not been to a Douglas County Democratic event in probably 6-7 years, if not longer than that. So it was good that I went because a lot of people who were there when I was there, they aren't there anymore. And now my voice is there. Because now the bottom line is when I show up, it's like, oh shit. You know, like what's up? And shit like that. So I'm gonna start being more active in it and then see what's up. Kelly, it's not about waiting on the government to provide for us. It's just about it's the principle of it. Believe me, it's not because I don't expect that shit. That's not what it is. I did that for a reason because I wanted people to expose themselves to who they actually were.
Well, I mean, actually, they don't need us to expose themselves. I mean, if you are any aware, you know they expose themselves all the time because all of these people these so-called people of color that aren't in these positions, they're shields for the system. That's it. They're shields for white supremacy. Because I'm gonna play this real quick, and I think I played this a couple of weeks ago. It says reparations are financial recompense for African Americans whose ancestors were slaves, right?
Reparations there, the NAACP defines it as financial recompensation for African Americans whose ancestors were slaves. Tuberville seemed to be saying that blacks are, quote, the people that do the crime. Now, the Democratic Party does not support reparations, though President Biden has supported studying the issue. CBS News has reached.
So if you're a part of the Democratic Party, you don't support reparations. They just said it. The DNC, which if you are affiliated with the Democratic Party, you're in the DNC, they don't support reparations. So and that's why they'll never say that, because they are beholden to the system, not the people, not their constituents. They'll never be beholden to you, ever. And until we get out of that mainframe, especially people of color that vote 85 to 90% Democrat, we shouldn't be voting because we are so politically immature. We're not mature enough to be in this system. We're not mature enough to participate in this system because we go based off of emotions. We are emotionally driven. They can do anything and drive us from emotion. They can do some racial shit. We emotionally charged. They can do all kind of shit and we get emotionally charged. Just like they done pranced their little bitch out in Georgia, Barack Obama. I can't stand that motherfucker. I don't know him, so I can't say I hate him. But I have a healthy disdain for that man because he's a fucking con artist. And they prancing his ass out there like he's the fucking damn savior. Like he gonna slick tongue his way and get people to come out there and vote, calling black men pookie and all this kind of damn shit. And it's like, what the hell? Are we still falling asleep for the shit? And then all they do is fearmonger. That's their thing. fear monger. We're gonna fear your ass into goddamn voting. So they'll come out and they'll say, "Oh, well, the Republicans they're gonna cut your Social Security." Well, guess what? Biden been trying to cut your Social Security for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Jermaine, I don't know if that's you, but it's like I think the mic keep hitting your chest.
Yeah, my bad.
So. Yeah,
my bad.
Based on what you said, this is something that I think people are forgetting. Obama's dirty laundry came out after he left office. There's a lot of people that voted for him both times that don't fuck with him no more. So bringing him out is actually a detriment. It doesn't help. And I think it's also been proven that bringing these celebrities out or past politicians and things like that, that doesn't get you extra votes. Because now motherfuckers like, okay, now you looking to pander our shit. Fuck him and fuck you. And a lot of us have left the Democratic Party anyway. They're not fucking. I'm not even gonna say fuck with a party. They're not fucking with politics, period.
Man, I hear what you're saying, but man, there's so many of us that love that dude, man. They love him. I saw a video where some women, he was doing some speech and the women in the background were like, "Oh, he's so fine," and all this kind of shit. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about? But listen to this.
You need 3? Meanwhile, Senator Johnson voted to raise the retirement age to 70, supported a plan that would put Social Security and Medicare on the chopping block every single year. Each year you'd have to vote to renew this thing. I mean, think about it, because Washington works so well. You want your Social Security and Medicare reliant on Congress every year. He's called Social Security a Ponzi scheme. Said that it's candy that the left is giving away. The point is, some of you here are on Social Security. Some of your parents are on Social Security. Some of your grandparents are on Social Security. You know why they have Social Security? Because they worked for it.
Let me ask you a question, Joe.
Yeah.
You're right here with me.
Yeah.
Have you been on the floor of the Senate? You were in the Senate for a few years.
Yeah.
Time and time again, talking about the necessity with pride about cutting Social Security, cutting Medicare, cutting veterans programs.
No.
You never said that.
No.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government.
Look, here's the deal.
You're an honest guy. Why don't you just tell the truth here? We all make mistakes.
I am telling the truth.
And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Joe, let me repeat it again. I want you just to be straight with the American people. I am saying that you have been on the floor of the Senate time and time again talking about the need to cut Social Security, Medicare, and veterans programs. Is that true or is that
no,
not
it's
true?
not true.
That is not true?
That is not true.
I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government.
Everything was on the table. I did not support any of those cuts in Social Security or in veterans benefits.
Whoa. Everything was on the table. All right, you're right. You just said it, including, in your judgment, cuts to Social Security and veterans.
In order to get the kinds of changes we need on other things related.
Joe, then
but we did not cut it.
I know, because people like me helped stop that. All that I would say to the American.
Bam.
And I'll leave that right there because Bernie Sanders is full of shit too.
Right,
so.
but keep this out. It was this Senator Alice Palmer in Chicago, right? They got internet lies on her that's out there right now that nobody's calling. Now, this is what happened. She was trying to do something else. Then she couldn't do that. So she was like, all right, I'm going to retire, from politics, whatever, as a senator, right? They got on. Now, if you look her up, they'll say that Barack Obama ran against her and beat her and won against her as the senator. That didn't happen. She appointed him to succeed her because she was trying to make another maneuver. See? But then she's going to try to backtrack Well, I want my spot back. No, well, that disqualifies you from this and that, right? So she's out the picture permanently because they represented two areas of Chicago. Hyde Park, that's the pinky finger in the air, Le Trois area, and Inglewood, where I grew up at. You see what I'm saying? So that's where everything started rolling. Because I tell people with Barack Obama, he talking about he is a community activist back in the day. Where's the news clippings at? Where's the video? Where's the pictures? Where's all the news articles at, huh? See, I'm like, I'm from the Chi. I know. You ain't gonna doggone get over on me like people that aren't, because there's people that actually believe Barack Obama grew up in Chicago. Wrong.
Shit, it's the same. It's the same way we go down Cory Booker's monkey ass. Cory Booker ain't from Newark, New Jersey.
See there?
And I've said this plenty of times. Cory Booker is a piece of fucking shit. I would say it to his face if I ever saw him. Cory Booker helped fuck up Newark. He did it his way. Every man we don't have fucked up Newark. Every single one of them.
You know, when him and Shelly Bean got out of college, he was living off her dime. He was a hobosexual. Since we talking about Pookies and Ray Rays, he was living off her dime. Huh? He was living off Michelle Obama. She the one that was the lawyer getting the bread, not him. Don't let that get out. See, if people in Chicago, if they start spitting the truth and really from the South Side, and they really let it go, and it ain't a hard question to doggone get across. All you got to do is just be like, okay, if you want to prove that this is not true, show your, excuse me, miniature human, over there. Over there. We're not doing this tonight. Over there. All right. Now, you want the doggone Carfax to be proven? Show them W-2s from back in the day. Show your tax records. And you'll see who was making what in the household. You dig? That's too easy to prove.
Yeah.
See? Well, just because it's not there, that don't mean it's not true. Okay, so you don't have any clippings of community activism, videos, or news articles. Okay, fine. Just because it's there, that don't mean it didn't happen. Well, I know taxes got paid. That did happen. Show your tax doggone revenue from back then. Show that, and you'll see who was on the fucking employed living off a woman like a Pookie or a Ray Ray.
Right.
You dig? Come on, it's too easy. It's too easy. See, the Chicago people got it fucked up because they so loyal to the Democrat Party. Like when Jesse Jackson talked all that wild shit about Obama, then Obama won, and he had the doggone victory party crying, looking like he got a shit, right? He wasn't crying because it was tears of joy. He knew, oh, I fucked up. I done cut off. I talked shit about somebody that I should have been aligned with that could have been continually pushing me up. Now, I done talk shit about them. They done got into a position that I couldn't get to. Now, what the people gonna say about me? And that's all this, what the people gonna say. If you're doing what you're supposed to do for the people gonna be right by you.
Right. Right.
When the last time somebody shitted on James Brown?
Well, since y'all in Georgia, I want to bring this back around and finish out the reparations talk and the voting and stuff that's going on in Georgia because y'all in Georgia. Mm-hmm. So I heard Obama's a little commercial about voting for Warnock and why you should vote for Warnock. And at the end of it, he said it's a close race. So my question is, why is it a close race between someone who y'all deem is a retard and can't talk and all this kind of shit, and this senator that's supposedly done so much while he was in office, while he's been in office for 2 years? Why is the race so close? Man, but nobody can't tell me that. So nobody wants to say, well, shit, it's so close because he really ain't did shit.
Not only not only that he hasn't done shit, the Republicans know and knew exactly what they were doing. By having Herschel Walker run, they have somebody who, if the person is, I would say, 65 years older, maybe even pushing 70, if they hear the name Herschel Walker, they gonna vote for him because they remember when he played football. So they're gonna draw. They don't give a fuck about his record. They don't care about what he's done. The bad shit that he's done, whatever, how stupid he may be. They're gonna vote for the person that played football for Georgia. They know exactly. What?
Because football is big down here. Oh, let me throw this at you, right? This had me like off on. I was tripping, right? I'm sitting there watching the debates, right? I'm checking it out. The miniature human, I just ran off. Just happened to be sitting there, and he's looking at TV. Herschel pulled out that badge, right? They started laughing, and they talking to them. He was like, "Grandpa," I'm like, "Yes." That's a Paw Patrol badge. I was like, oh, hell no. And he know Paw Patrol. When he see Paw Patrol, that boy know Paw Patrol. He said, that's a Paw Patrol badge. I'm like, no, Herschel Walker did not pull out Paw Patrol.
But the sad reality of it is, and this is the thing about the people that's talking about him. The people that's talking about it and talking bad about him, he's about to be the next senator. He's about to be the next senator of Georgia. Yep. The shit is going down. Like, now I meant to send it to both of y'all. Somebody sent me the video of a few clips of the debate, the governor's debate, and the libertarian was getting in both of their ass. He was all over both of them. I was like, oh shit! Like he literally was over all both of them. Which is good because it's a matter of calling motherfuckers out. And that's what it's about. But Stacey Abrams, I think she's dug a hole she can't get out of. She can't get out of it. She's literally fucked herself and she's scrambling at the end, not realizing that all it's going to take, and I think, Jermaine, you haven't been seeing the commercials down here. They are playing the same commercial over and over and over again about we're not voting for taxes and some other shit with Stacey Abrams. I can't even remember what it is.
I got you on one, bro. When she was like,
hold up. But what I was gonna say is this. Basically, the election is getting ready to go down in the next couple days. I guarantee you it's about to be some new commercials coming out. They really getting ready to go hard. It's just a matter of time because they know how motherfuckers think.
Well, I think for Stacey, whether she wins or lose, her end game is not the governor's race. She got bigger. They're trying to position her for something bigger. So yeah, the governor's race. Yeah, if she wins it, cool. If she doesn't, they're positioning her for something else because the way she galvanized people in 2020, they were like, oh, that's our Negro right there. We got to keep our hands on her. That's how she ended up becoming a millionaire in 2 years.
From the red. So I mean, people just gotta. I just want people to understand that whether people want to make this shit Republican, Democrat, and they're like, why you always so hard on the Democrats? Because why I have to explain this to them when they say that is because they are politically immature. So we bang on the people our people vote for, the majority of our people. It makes no sense for us to talk about another group that we don't vote for. What are we holding the Republicans accountable for? They haven't promised us nothing, but the Democrats have promised us everything and has given us nothing. See? And can't nobody tell me, oh, well, the Democrats, they did this X, Y, and Z. They always say, well, please tell me one thing that the Democrats have done for Black people specifically in the last 50 years. Can't nobody tell me that. Don't tell me we put Black people in position. We put this. No, I don't want to hear that symbolism shit. I'm talking about what specifically have
been done for black people in the last 50 years from us voting Democratic? How have we moved economically? We've gone fucking backwards economically.
Well, it's like this here. Stand over there. There's only one Democrat that they could call out that says that they did something for black people, and that's Mayor Andre Dickens of Atlanta. That's the only Democrat that I've seen do something for the poor, downtrodden black Americans. And them slum houses they had all in Atlanta, private housing, but they slum housing, he did something about that. He been in office 11 months.
Yeah, but Leonard, we talk about nationally.
I know you're talking about nationally. I'm just saying, if they want to bring something up, they would have to bring it up locally, and it would be the mayor of Atlanta. Outside of that, they ain't got no beef. They ain't got no beef on them bones.
Yeah, look at your biggest mainstream political people. Maxine Waters, California, shitty ass fucking damn economics in her district. Clyburn, shitty ass economics in his district. Why? But why? Because they don't give a shit about your ass.
And the tangibles that they give, well, at least we know Clyburn's is a goddamn fish fry.
Rob says blacks historically does better under Dems. How? I mean, you can say that, but tell me how. Because I can argue that during 45's campaign, a lot of blacks did very well. So I can argue that point. So you have to tell me why you say that.
Unfortunately, which it seems like it doesn't change, is the fact that our people are consistently just voting based on emotions and what they see, and they don't understand that the candidates, a lot of the candidates that they put forth in front of us, they paper candidates, and in this instance right now, it's the never-ending cycle, and the never-ending cycle is get a Democrat into office. His first 2 years, he can go ahead and do whatever he wants because he got the House and the Senate. Nothing gets done, especially not for us. And then after the first 2 years, they lose the House and the Senate, and they blame nothing getting done because the Republicans control the House and the Senate. It's the same exact fucking playbook that's getting ready to happen. And that's the whole thing. The fact that there's people out there who actually still believe that the government is going to care about your well-being and is going to help you is a fucking joke. And we have to understand that if we want something, first and foremost, we have to take it. We got to do whatever we got to do in order to take what the fuck we want. And one big key to all of this is, and Jermaine been saying this shit for the longest, remove yourself from the system. Don't participate. If enough people don't participate, it's crazy. And to be honest with you, this the real shit that people don't talk about. A majority of the people, period, don't participate. If you look at the population of the country and you look at the numbers, there's so many people that don't vote. A majority of them that's not us, because allegedly we're outnumbered. So it's people that just sit the fuck home. They don't vote anyway. How do you tap into that group? You tap into that group by giving them fucking tangibles. The fact that I don't remember the last time it's happened, even if it has happened. When the fuck has a jobs bill been passed? I'll wait. When the fuck has a real infrastructure bill been passed? I'll wait, because I've been saying that for the longest. If they were to have an actual infrastructure bill in place, it would shoot the economy through the roof. The motherfuckers say, why would you say that? If you got roads, bridges, all that shit being fixed at the same time, what does that do? That creates jobs, number one. And then when you start factoring in the communities, all those people that's doing that construction work, they have to eat. They have to have a place to stay. Things like that. So that's the perfect way to bring back the fucking mom and pops restaurants. All of that shit. But this shit has been planned. They did this shit, and they did it strategically, and it has worked masterfully. and people have fallen for the bullshit. I'm going to say something off topic a little bit that I've been wanting to say. I meant to do a live about this. People are so conditioned with what's going on that they just pretty much fall for the okie doke. You had so many people out here wearing this because the CDC told them to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the CDC just said you don't have to wear it. Why are people still walking around with this on their face? I thought you were listening. If you're listening to what they were saying, why are you doing that? It goes to show how conditioned people are. Now they're used to it. Unfortunately, people get used to shit that's wrong. It doesn't benefit you. Don't get used to this motherfucking political system. Who benefit from the political system? Lobbyists. And the motherfucking politicians, they getting paid. These motherfuckers are getting paid. I'm watching something. I gotta look for the name or whatever. I just watched. I'm watching the documentary as we speak. It's probably like an hour left. I thought that Kennedy got his motherfucking he got killed because of the because he wanted to shut down the Federal Reserve. Oh no. It's way deeper than that. And when I saw it, I said, oh shit, I didn't know that. If people watch this documentary, it goes all over the place, but it's certain shit that hits you hard like, wow. And this is what we're dealing with. And when you start dealing with shit like that, it's crazy because no matter what, it's universal law. It's always going to be good and bad.
Right.
It's always going to be good and bad.
Right.
Where do you find that balance? Because ain't nobody perfect. Right. I don't expect any political party to be perfect. What I expect is for it to be good people who are politicians. I want to see public servants. And Kid Gravity has brought it up. The only way we're going to change this shit is if we have our own homegrown candidates getting elected or at least running. And one of them I can say is Marcel Dixon. I fuck with that kid heavy.
But we have to we have to understand and let's take race out of it because we all know race is nothing but a social construct. It's something there to divide us. So let's take race out of it. Right now is a situation where it's the haves and it's the have-nots. And their job is in these little minions that they have in these the little political sphere is to keep the have-nots on a habitual hamster wheel of the lesser of the two evil shit. And their job is to keep us perpetual end users of the system. We have to stop being end users of the system. They're shaping these narratives of politics and religion. They're shaping all of these narratives that none of us have created. We're just simply going along with the get along, so to speak. So we have to literally unplug from this shit, and we have to be willing to sacrifice the little intricacies that you get, your little nice car and your nice house and your high paying job and all this stuff. Something's gonna have to be sacrificed for us to win this game. And it's exactly what it is. It's a game of chess. And right now, we're fucking damn pawns, and they're just moving us all which kind of way, getting us fucking damn killed, doing all kind of bullshit to us, while they're fucking damn stripping the treasury of wealth and giving it to their friends, the military-industrial complex. That's one of the bigger ones.
That is, and I could speak on that with you.
Yeah. So
the military-industrial complex. All right. Now, see, with that, right, the big money is in the contracting and working for them companies that's contracting in times of war. Now, me, I would go back to Chicago and I would be telling, like, when I went out, man, I was young, you know. I'm over in Germany living my best life. I come back to the block, I'm like, yo, I'm telling them all of what we doing over there, showing them pictures and everything. They're like, oh, damn. Like, yeah. I'm like, look at that. That's my Beamer right there. You see, I got a BMW, you know. You got a Beamer? Yeah, man, I'm chilling. And woo, right? All right. I said, but ain't no easy hustle being in the military. It ain't no easy hustle. You're going to have to put in work. But your payoff, you're going to get your money. You know what I'm saying? because it's better than being out here in these streets doing what. Quiet down, you two. Is you know is work, but you ain't got to worry about what you got to worry about. I knew dudes that they was serving up all day long. I'm like, you looking over this shoulder for the stick up kid. You looking over that shoulder for the doggone police, right? You trying to watch your back for a fiend that's gonna doggone get you in your back so they get they fix. You got too much to worry about in that game. You can play this game. Ain't no war going on. Get your money. Do your what you gotta do and get it. Ain't no war going on. Then when the war is going on, man, I know so many brothers. Now I couldn't do it. I don't even go to the beach. Okay, that's sand and me. We ain't friends. After Iraq, Afghanistan, I don't even go to the beach. These brothers went back over there contracting. These cats was making doggone $200,000, $300,000 a year. Go over there for the first year, and they only tax you for everything above $80,000. The first $80,000 is a gimme. You dig? Special taxation. So they go over there, do they little whoop-de-whoop for a year. I got this scratch. Mama back here holding it down. If they got a wife that's holding it down, in the real world back here, this is what we gonna do. We get this crib. Bam. All right, they go back over there another year. They come back. We finna pay off this crib, and I'm finna have 2 new Mercedes parked in the 2-car garage. A his and her set of Benzes. Ba bam, ba boom. Right? They go back over there a third year, knowing that their kids could use their GI Bill. That's just extra money for their kids' college fund. After that, they get their doggone, if they retired. Like I said, I didn't retire. I got banged up, but they was like, yo, you 100% disabled. You ain't got to do nothing else. Just sit your butt at home. You good. Collect that check. Sitting back like this here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You good. And I be telling them, like, man, y'all could get y'all life on, get out that ghetto that you in. That's just like when you made the comment earlier. I don't know which one of you brothers made it, but y'all said they get used to it, right? I know people in Chicago still living in Inglewood. They used to it. They won't leave. Won't try to do nothing different. They won't leave. Say they want to, but they don't want to leave. They ain't trying to leave. But every time something happens, they flapping their gums talking about what the city's supposed to do for them. No, man, you're supposed to do that for yourself. Uproot and move on down the road someplace else. Do like the Jeffersons. Move on up to the east side. You see what I'm saying? But dealing with us, we worried about folk thinking we selling out the hood. Oh, folk gonna be thinking, I think I'm better than them and this and that. Worried about the next month, man, I ain't worried about nobody but like-minded individuals like myself, and there really ain't no worry. We communicating, trying to pass on this knowledge to Black people. If you want to be slow and low, let yourself go, like the Beastie Boys said, and sit back like this, talk about, yo, well, you be that dude. I'm going to leave you sitting there at the doggone train station while I'm riding.
But that's why I've always said that comfort creates complacency. And so many
you go.
So many people.
I gotta write that one down.
It's crazy just how people are, because they get so comfortable with shit. And unfortunately, with our people, we always fall for the trap of having our oppressors tell us what to do and being so quick to listen to that shit. And when I say our oppressors, the people who are pretty much in control. You're an adult. Do whatever the fuck you want, yo. Don't break the law, per se. But other than that, chill out. Don't sit there and listen to this shit. Stop falling for this surface level symbolism and actually demand some motherfucking action. It's like people are scared to do that shit because I think so many people are numb the same way we numb when somebody get killed. Somebody get killed, and whatever. We just brush the shit off. I think our people are numb to accepting the fact they ain't gonna get shit. Fuck it. And the first thing they want to bring up is, well, our ancestors died for our right to vote. Miss me with that bullshit, please. Because at least back then, they were together. Now, there is no togetherness.
No.
Ain't shit.
Our ancestors will be slapping and cursing these motherfuckers out right now because they voting on some stupid shit, on some emotional shit.
I'll tell you what happened, and this will be brief and short. After the civil rights movement, and they were like, okay, we setting up a level playing field for the next generation, which would be me, somebody born in the ass end of the baby boomer generation, the last year of the baby boomer generation. I'm a last year borner, right? Oh, they had their kids feeling like, which was us, had us feeling like we was entitled. We was entitled to some shit. We were owed some shit. And a lot of us fell for that and got to walking around like somebody owed us something, and we didn't have that grind. And that trickled down to the kids. Look at what you got out here today. Look at what you got today. See? That's what did it right there. Then people want to talk about what the government did, this and that, whoop, whoop, whoop. The government did not make we that were born in the 60s so comfortable thinking the playing field was level. We could do whatever we want to do because now we got all these rights. Yeah. Man, look, ain't nobody giving you nothing. You know, the doggone road to hell is paved with good intentions. Write that down.
We just, I mean, honestly, like we got to do better, yo.
Yeah. And we know it. And that's the sad part. We know it already. And you got brothers like us on here telling people this is how you could do better. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
But
no,
hey, brother,
you're not trying to hear it.
Yeah, you know, black folks scared to change.
Yeah. But like I said before, and this kind of segues to what I wanted to talk about, what we wanted to talk about next with the Kyrie Irving situation, what's going on with him, right? So you know, he's been in the news for the last 2 years because he's just been standing on his square and not giving ground to anything he believes in, right? And then you see all of people that look like us on these sports shows just attacking him. Like, it's like they're not willing to, they may say on the back channels, like to their friends or whatever, yo, you know, he right. But they'll get on TV and say, man, he's stupid. Man, he an idiot. Because they're afraid of losing that bag. They're afraid of losing that money. Stephen A will tell you, hey, I ain't nothing mess up my bag. Exactly. So he already letting you know that's the mindset of most of these people. Like, shit, if anything coming in between me and that bag, you got that other thing got to go. And those are the people we got to get the fuck from around. I don't even want to be around people who the bag over morals.
And it's too many. The thing about it is, it's too many of them. If the time comes and I can meet Kyrie Irving, I'm going to shake his hand and hug his motherfucking neck. And the reason why I say that is because not only did he stand his ground for the past 2 years over that bullshit, he doubling down with the shit right now. And the shit he's saying is absolutely right. Why are you talking to me about this? And you supposed pretty much, you told the reporter, you're supposed to be talking about the basketball game. Why are you bringing this up? Move on to the next question. Then the other thing about all of this is, and I don't even want to say the word. I'm not going to say the word because I don't want them saying that we said whatever. But that word that starts with an A and ends in ism, there's no way that anybody that looks like us on this panel can be one of those. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. So the fact that they even switching that narrative and motherfuckers are so, Like, Cat's so fucking apologetic for that shit, but they ain't apologetic to us for what's been going on with us.
Right.
Same thing, miss me with that bullshit. Stop it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It is completely impossible, because while you had that certain segment setting up shop in black neighborhoods in Chicago, getting a grip off us and cheating us at the same time. Now, I'm not going to say the word, but you heard in different doggone terms, man, you ain't going to blank me down in my price. Look, I want $6 for this. You ain't finna blank me down. Why you trying to blank me? See? And that's what they do. Try to get that lowest whatever, get to something for nothing. And they mastered getting to something for nothing. And it done got to the point that they didn't got the doggone something for nothing from black folks, because black folk don't owe them nothing. Black folk ain't never done nothing to them.
Well, I'm gonna tell
black folk ain't got nothing to do with Germany. Okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Shaq is a coon.
I thought he said Shaq and the Fool.
Charles Barkley is a triple coon.
Hey, and you know what? For some of the things they say, I typically agree with some of the stuff, some of their takes. Some of their takes, like Shannon Sharp, I kind of agree with some of his takes. But these takes that he had when he's just going, how you gonna call Kyrie stupid? Or he thinks he's the smartest person in the world, or he's
he called him an idiot.
He called him an idiot. Say he thinks he's the smartest person in the room. What else did he say about Kyrie Irving? He said he's a conspiracy theorist, and it was like, well, damn, bro, how can you? I mean, the man did go to Duke, so.
No, Jermaine, based on what you just said, this is the shit that's crazy that people are like, it's going right completely over their heads. Shannon Sharp is saying that bullshit about Kyrie Irving. Since Kyrie Irving said it, everything he said has come true. Mm-hmm. Every single aspect of it has come true. The other crazy thing about it is Charlemagne said the same thing. You had Leo Cohen prove it or whatever with a Breakfast Club interview. Maya the singer said the same fucking thing. And it's another video out there of who the fuck was it? It was somebody white. Said the same exact thing that Kyrie said. But he's getting bashed for it. Kanye's getting bashed for it or whatever. But it's crazy because, once again, these people are proving it right. But the one thing I'm going to say, this is another example of the quote-unquote elites losing fucking power. When powerful motherfuckers start losing power, they run frantic and they start moving bad. That's exactly what the fuck is happening. Because if this would have happened, let's say 20 years ago, it was a little harder to get that information. Now motherfuckers is saying and doing shit, and you can get quoted right then and there, and motherfuckers got the video in a matter of seconds. And thankfully we have that, which is cool. The one thing I think that's being glossed over with what Kyrie said is, he said, I got a motherfucking army. No, my fault. Did he say he had an army? He said, I'm not alone. He said something like, it was one of them.
He said, I'm not alone. I got an army around me.
And with that being said, that's telling people he's not worried about this shit. Because it's a difference between Kanye and Kyrie Irving. Kanye shit, his quote unquote wealth was dependent on the way that they calculated his wealth was dependent on those companies. Kyrie got guaranteed motherfucking money. His shit is there. They can't fuck with that shit. That's why he don't give a fuck. He could care less. And it's a matter of time before more shit come out, which I think which is what I'm going to love. It's just, in my personal opinion, in 2022, this shows how fucked up this country is. When the top three news stories is Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, and motherfucking this rapper dude who I ain't never heard none of his music get shot and killed. This is the fucking main topic on the news. Are you serious? When you got little kids out here missing, you got food shortages, you got inflation, you got all this shit, and they throw like matter of fact, I'm sorry, I apologize, everybody. I just realized the 3 topics I just said. Of course it's happening because it's right before a fucking election. I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot about that shit. Of course they're gonna throw the distractions out there right before this motherfucking election that's getting ready to go on. When the Democrats get ready to lose the House and the Senate.
I voted on Monday, so I don't give a damn.
Oh, shout out to my man Kid Gravity for giving me the idea. Because matter of fact, I want to make sure I say this, and I'm saying this on camera. I was accused of voting for pretty much Herschel Walker and Brian Kemp. This is what was said to me, told me what I voted for. When I told people in both of those elections or whatever, in the governor race and in the Senate race, I wrote in my vote, and my vote was reparations. Thanks to Kid Gravity. So I didn't give a fuck. And the one person who I voted for was William Bodie because I know him personally. That's my man's. That's a little different when you know the candidate. But when people accuse, because y'all know the saying, when you assume, basically you're making an ass out yourself. It's called asking questions first. But most people don't do that shit because, as usual, cats want to move off of emotion.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, this is a quote that y'all can walk away with. If you ever watched that movie When We Were Kings, I just had to put it in a fast forward so I could quote it correctly. You had Don King talking. Don King said, once you're not useful, you become unnecessary. See, as long as you're useful, you're necessary. And then James Brown got to talking. It's like, he's like, yeah. See, the way you need to be is if somebody walking down the street and everything, may have been Don King talking. I didn't want to run the audio because they had songs in between. I don't have it edited down. I want to, you get a copyright strike. So, but said, if they see James Brown walking down the street, somebody harassing James Brown, they should be able to say, why you harassing James Brown? But once you are no longer useful, you're not necessary.
For everybody out there, real quick, the documentary to watch is called Above Majestic. I'm watching it on something called Tubi. Watch that shit. I'm gonna say it again. Above Majestic. It's some shit that's being said in this documentary. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? No bullshit. Everybody gotta watch this shit. I wouldn't be surprised if me mention this on this motherfucking podcast. We might get a flag. I apologize if we do.
Yeah, it ain't on telling because it's stuff that happens. Now here the miniature human going in the refrigerator to see what he's doing. But it's definitely, I'm so glad they got Twitter the way it is. Oh.
But even with that, because I've been seeing that certain celebrities or whatever saying they're gonna leave Twitter and everything like that because now everything's gonna be open for people to say this, that, whatever. To me, that's a red flag also. Because in my personal opinion, if you start seeing shit that wasn't on Twitter before with the name callings and all this other shit, those are fucking bots, yo. Those are bots to stir up people's emotions again. Because that is what the fuck they do. This shit ain't never gonna change. I appreciate the fact that my energy is in a place I don't feed into that shit. I'm not gonna watch the news. I'm not falling for the okie doke and certain shit I just don't give a fuck about. I could care less about Kanye West not being a billionaire no more. Because his life does not control my motherfucking pockets.
Damn.
Whatever he got going on, it is what it is. As far as this rapper that got killed, my condolences to his family, but it's the same type of thing. I'm sorry. It is everybody got shit going on. The only thing I would say to that is you need to be mindful who you surround yourself with, number one. And number two, certain situations you just shouldn't be in. Period. But cat's not gonna pay attention to that shit. So that's why I said, once again, it is what it is.
Yeah. was just gonna you know what the word what anti means, right?
So I just saw a video where they was saying that shit, but go ahead. I just saw where they broke it down.
Opposed to or against. So I'm trying to figure out what did he oppose to or against those what they deem that as. I mean, I guess you can't say shit in reference to them, but I call them the real estate agents. So you can't say nothing about the real estate agents, but Jeff Bezos is free. Ain't nobody said nothing to him. It's on his platform, ain't it? What he supposedly posted is on his platform, right? So that lets you know the hypocrisy. The video that Kyrie Irving was talking about was on Amazon that they deemed was anti-real estate agent.
Yeah, well, when you're talking about the real estate agents, I'm glad you got a name for it now. Now I can just let it all hang out, but say real estate agent. See, when you're talking about the real estate agents, what Kanye was talking about was the fact that if we know a young brother and he's rapping and he's saying, love your sister like she's a shining star in the sky. Love your brother like the both of y'all came from the same mother. They ain't getting no record deal. They ain't getting no record deal. But let one talking about, I got my Glock cock and I'm about to pop with an extendo clip and I'm going to let this rock because, see, I'm about that life. Sign him. He's fabulous. Oh. See, what the real estate agents are doing to us with that music, that's their attempt, is the same thing that happened to them in that's one of my boys. I got to get back with him later. I'll holler at him later. What's going on, what they're trying to do as the young blacks, with what they pooling money into, is the same thing that happened to them over in Germany in the 30s and the 40s. You dig?
Yeah, but that's why they created their own shit. And see, that's why you making that statement, I appreciate it, because by them being discriminated against, what did they do? They opened up their own motherfucking golf courses. They opened up their own record labels. They did the shit on their own. Why the fuck is it that our people won't do the same goddamn thing? Say, fuck, let's do our own shit because we want to be integrated. Fuck all that shit, yo. I would love to support my own, but unfortunately, it's not enough of us, I would say, in the right spots that even know how to run a business correctly. The ideas are there, but the one thing that lacks, and it's not, and mind you, it's not just our community, but I'm saying our community because that's what we deal with.
Right.
Customer service is a problem, and customer service has to be top. Customer service has to be top priority. The one thing, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, the one thing you cannot have is a fucking attitude problem. Period.
Yeah.
You cannot have an attitude problem.
That's like when I drop my grandkids off at school Monday morning, right? You know, I told you about that situation with not Monday morning. Remember when I told you my grandson got pink eye?
Yep.
I went to doggone try to bring the letter in there. And the sister like, what you doing? Excuse me. I have a sick child in the car. This is his excuse letter. He can't return to school tomorrow. But I don't work in the office. Sir. The 10-year-old turned around like, what, sir? Oh, come here. Here, you bring that to the office. I seen her again yesterday when I dropped the kids off, right? She came out talking to somebody's parent, had her same attitude. I rolled down the window. I was like, miss, yes. I said, you know, you a trout mouth heathen. You are a trout mouth heathen. I wasn't going to cuss in front of the kids. I said, now I was going to wait until a PTA meeting to let it all hang out on you. But it's children around. You a trout mouth heathen. And that woman better hope it ain't no PTA meeting before these kids go back with their mamas and I'll show up there, because it be a room of adults. I'm going to let her doggone hair hat hooligan self have it. I'm gonna go ham.
But see,
I'm gonna go ham.
That's what we need. We need more people that's actually going to speak up. And it's not about speaking out against the system. It's just about speaking up about how we feel. Because
exactly.
The crazy part about it is, if more people spoke up and actually mentioned how they feel, you'll be surprised by how many people feel the same way. They just are afraid. They're either afraid to say it, or they can't articulate it themselves.
Yeah, because you'd be amazed. You would be absolutely amazed at some of the things that people in Chicago, in that house music circle, that they'll say about me behind closed doors. They won't say it in public though. But see, they don't want that smoke that I'm gonna bring. So they ain't gonna say it in public, but they gonna say it all behind my back. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, all right, yeah. You got a Grammy sitting in whoever's crib you roommating in. You got a Grammy sitting up in there. You ain't got no crib or a car, but you got a Grammy. Make it make sense to me. I got a crib, a car, and a doggone backyard the size of a park at the end of the block where you try to send your kids to play if you feel it's a safe day to send them. Who winning?
The motherfucker, the person with the Grammy winning because they got a Grammy.
Yeah, so they think. They ain't got no car.
Yo, I had to remember from my insurance because I fuck with life insurance a little bit. So with the even with the all these rappers that's dying, and what Leo Cohen said on the Breakfast Club, a lot of people don't know that they have, it's called key person insurance. So a lot of people don't know what key person insurance is. So I'm gonna read what it is. Key person insurance is a business can suffer a financial loss because of premature death of a key employee, someone who has specialized knowledge, skills, or business contacts. Business can lessen the risk of such loss by the use of key person insurance. That's what they got on. Now, I'm not saying they causing it, but they sure I can guarantee you they getting paid off of these motherfuckers dying.
Oh yeah, they do. Think about this.
What you said,
Bad Boy Records, the #1 artist on Bad Boy Records when they was on top was the Notorious B.I.G. After he was out of there, you don't got your #1 artist that's selling all your music. Now, in a common sense world, don't that mean that you go out of business? Because you ain't got your #1 draw? Bad Boy Records still standing. Christopher Wallace is in a casket. Make it make sense to me. I tell him, talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick. Are you done eating?
Nah, Jermaine, what you said is right. Like,
are you done eating?
It was
Get in the bathtub.
It was a what's the name? There was a little like a meme or something like that, and it's a particular record label. It's like 7 or 8 artists that died, and they pretty much were saying they got insurance. They had insurance policies on all of them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how. I mean, to be honest with you, let's just put this into perspective. Any family should have a trust. Any family should have a trust. If you're in that family trust, guess what? Every single family member has an insurance policy. So when you die, that money goes into the trust. That's the way that the powers that be, that's the way they do it. The only difference is with these artists is that they don't have any idea that that's part of the plan. They have no fucking idea, because I bet that goddamn record label ain't telling them to take an insurance policy out for their family.
Right.
They ain't doing that shit. They're not having that conversation.
I could tell you why. They in lamb chop mode. You know what lamb chop mode is? This is a song that never ends. It's gone over and over again. Remember that song from Lamb Chops? That's what they are. They think it's gonna last forever. And it's not. And it's not. And when you making that kind of money, you could pay premiums on some outrageous payback in the event of your death policies. No problem. Do they do it? No. See?
Yeah.
Backwards thinking.
But fool, you're right. That trust, a lot of people, because my sister-in-law, she was telling me she works for Blue Cross Blue Shield, and she was telling me like, so when like if something happens like to a loved one or whatever, and they have to go to a nursing home or hospice or whatever like that, and Medicaid has to pay for it, they come after your shit. Before Medicaid kicks in, they come after your Social Security. They come after all your assets you got. The only thing I think they can't fuck with is your house. But everything else, they come and get that first, and then Medicaid kicks in. And I was like, damn, that's some bullshit,
bruh.
Well, explain to them about that thing called a death tax. When somebody do die, the insurance pays them off. Explain that to the august body, because a lot of people don't know it's a death tax. How you gonna tax the living for the dead?
Yeah.
Shout out to Stacey for promoting Obamacare. Shout out to her. Shout out to her and Oprah Winfrey. Oh, mammy.
Oprah.
Did you
Oh,
say
my
Oprah?
Lord.
Oh man.
Oprah Winfrey.
Let me make sure this boy got that Mr.
Winfrey.
Bubble in the tub.
That brought, man. I'm. Do you understand? Next Tuesday, I'm gonna. Man, I got the champagne in the fridge.
Damn.
It's gonna be fun. Thank you. Hey, give it to me.
You know what? You know what, yo? As I sit here and think about it, me, you, and Leonard need to link up Tuesday, yo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of work early that day. I'm trying to see if I can leave around 6 because I'm going live, bro. I need all that. I'm going all over the country because there's so many races that we gotta. I have my eye on. I got my eye on that Milwaukee race, for that Wisconsin race. Mandela Barnes can't get in. Aramis Ayala down there in Orlando can't get in. Stacey Damshaw can't get in. Westmore out there in the DMV can't get in. If New York, I'm telling you right now, if Lee Zeldin in New York wins, New York going red in 2 years. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, what's that one right? What's that race?
The governor race in New York, Lee Zeldin versus Kathy Hochul. If Zeldin pull it out, I say New York goes red in 2 years.
Wow.
So that's how bad it is.
So the chick that took over for Cuomo is
I don't like her. Yeah, she up.
Oh shit!
Remember, she finished his term. He was supposed to be this year. So they don't like her up there.
My man, if New York turned red, that's a shift to the.
I'm hearing a lot of New Yorkers are gonna vote for Zeldin because of the crime. Because he said for day one, I'm putting a state of emergency, and we're gonna get the people back to work, and we're gonna get that crime under control. I mean, that's ground zero for a crime bill, but you know.
Yeah, but
if you could fix it enough, you might not need it.
But think about what he said. He said, get people back to work first. See, he know what the fuck he's doing. People gonna vote based on their pockets. You talk about New York of all places, shit. Fuck that shit, yo. But red, it ain't been red since what, Giuliani?
I mean, Pataki was there. I think Pataki was the last one.
I thought Pataki was before Giuliani.
No, Pataki came in. Pataki was there. I want to say when he get it, 96? Whatever year he beat Cuomo. He got in. I know he was there for 9/11. So
my
might
fault.
have been
I apologize. I'm my bad. Giuliani was the mayor. I'm sorry. I'm fucked up.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Something ain't right. I was like, wait a minute. He was the fucking mayor of New York. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, the last Republican governor was Pataki. And that was like late 90s, early 2000s.
Well, shit. To be honest with you, if you saying that, my question is there a governor race going on in motherfucking California?
Nah, Newsom ain't up. I don't think he up till next year. But
that's right.
He gonna be on them debate stages next year. He trying to be president. That ain't gonna work. Cause he gonna run on that bullshit. That he's helping the reparations task force out there. But like, dude, they don't. Most of California don't really care about that. They care about what you did to that state, sir.
True that.
Like they're already circulating the video of him when he slept with his campaign manager's wife from back in the day when he was San Francisco mayor.
Hey, I wonder if I show something, will they flag us for showing something?
What are you showing?
Well,
It ain't a video.
Give us a description. Let us vote on it for you.
It's about the real estate agent.
You got. It depends
yeah.
on what they will play with you.
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact, and I heard this from other people. Like you can't even say small h anymore.
Right now, check this out.
Small.
You know what we on right now. You know what we not on right now.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Small.
That's what we on right now, right? YouTube.
Yeah.
What is this?
I got you.
Now check this out. Check this out. If you call it real estate tube, it's over with. Your channel is done.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna point.
Nah, you won't get in trouble for that.
Okay.
Nah, you won't get in trouble for that.
So I ain't gonna read. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna try to make it big enough so everybody can see it and see what it says. So this is Merriam-Webster's.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Definition of dolomite.
Hey, Jermaine, you know you got to put that Google out for the dumbasses.
Huh?
You gotta hit the dumbasses with the Google definition.
No, we don't deal with those though. Hey, but so check this out. So I wanted to show this. So that's Merriam's, right? So
right.
Look at this one. See, they know how to play with the words in language. That's why I always be telling people you gotta watch the language and how they change shit. Because look what's added in this one.
Let me tell you something. This too, Jermaine. Yo, don't let the NOI get to Kyrie, sir. It's gonna be over. Don't let them say we're gonna be the shield for Kyrie. Oh Lord, they go back down real quick.
And here's the language. Look what the language says. Afro-Asiatic Afro. And I'm leaving it at that. I'm off that.
Yeah. When you break down the Dolomites, I can switch words too. You talking about the Dolomites, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. The Dolomite real estate agents. Yeah. We'll stick with that.
Yeah, because can't nobody tell me, how Noah had three different races of triplets. How that happened?
Well, they can't tell me how you had two people that doggone created a whole populace on planet Earth, but you got three distinct different visual people on the planet. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Three distinctly different people.
I mean, I was gonna hold the Twitter space for Black people and Jewish folk, but
no, don't
somebody
say
told me not to do that.
Folk, we ain't gonna use that word.
All right, real estate folk.
Yeah, the real estate
Black folk and the real estate folk.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna do it after the elections.
See, it's like this.
I guarantee you, I'll get like 150,000 people up in there.
Yeah, it's like this here. You have the doggone the African, you have the Asian, and you have the Aryan. That's the original three. Phenotypes might not be the right word, but that's the three types. So from them three types, you get everything else. Because you look at doggone Russia is connected to China, which makes up Asia, etc. So why you could look at a Russian and that's a Russian, but you look at an Asian and that's an Asian, but they share the same doggone body of land. Come on, Pimpin'.
Well, but they all come from African and stuff. So,
yeah, well, we know that much because Africa was the center of the world before all the continents split.
Yeah,
and people mutated and became other things. You did?
What the fuck she blocked me? I didn't even say
But-
that door.
You done got blocked?
Nah. No. I was looking up something. Somebody just called out. Bad. Woo, 6 more days, boy. 6 more days. 6 more days.
I'm gonna have a ball.
Atlanta gonna be Georgia gonna be safe in 6 days. That's all I know. Georgia gonna be safe.
My Facebook page is gonna be off lockdown too. Ooh.
Oh, nah. The shit that's gonna be funny is the responses that you're gonna get once this election is over.
I don't get it. Listen, this is my response to every person that's gonna say something about me. See this? See this? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I got a little girl to worry about, and I gotta get their reparations so I can go to Jamaica and get mine. Come on now.
All I'm gonna say is, I told you so.
That's what I'm saying.
I told you so.
No, you know when they really gonna be mad? When DeSantis win again. They really gonna be mad. Him and Abbott get back in. If him and Abbott get back in, Lord have mercy.
Wait, they up for election right now too?
Yeah, DeSantis is up. He faces Charlie Crist, but they saying that DeSantis got that in the bag, and Abbott got I call him skateboard B, Beto O'Rourke, and he gonna lose.
Yeah, but you know the funny thing about that is Stacey Abrams and Beto, they both gonna be on the national stage.
I know.
Everybody
The
know
funny
Everybody
thing, you want to hear this though? They saying New Hampshire might go red.
Damn.
Well,
and I found out Stacey, what's her name? What's the bitch name? Maxine Waters. I didn't know she was 84. I know. Listen, I know she was older than dirt, but I ain't think she was that goddamn old. Jeez,
bro.
Maxine Waters.
Bro, when you start factoring in Maxine Waters, Clyburn, Pelosi, like that group, they old as shit, yo.
Oh,
look, Maxine was an old ass bra when I was a young man, and I'm finna be 60.
Did you see the drops that what's the name did the other day?
Who?
The WL drops. I don't know if I can say the word here.
Say it in Pig Latin. Say it in Pig Latin.
The Wi-Fi drops. I'll put it in the private chat. I know they're old, but some of the stuff that I was reading the other day, I was like, damn.
Nah, but that's the whole thing, yo.
Damn.
At this point right now.
We gotta get Belle Biv DeVoe amnesty now. They calling for that. I'm like, nope.
He talking about that with Zicky on the licky. He talking about the with Zicky on the licky.
Mm-hmm.
That Julian Assange.
See, I didn't want to say that name. I'm gonna get in trouble out here in these streets. I ain't saying that name.
You talking about that chemo commo spaz.
Yeah.
Wizzo with my
I got a prediction though.
I
got a broad prediction. I'll say this first here. If it come out that Pelosi husband was,
ooh, boy.
I say she steps down as speaker.
I don't see it.
Hey, now peep this out.
I bet you she would. I bet you she'll say. I'm telling you this right now. If the Republicans win the House, they gonna go to her, but like, listen, we the majority now. I think it's time for you and your husband to go and have some quality time together. She's like, what you mean? I'm like, either you go gracefully,
or we
gonna vote you out and we gonna embarrass you on C-SPAN. So how you want to do it?
Go.
How you want to do it? I still say Trump should have ran for his district seat and him become Speaker of the House, and then they impeach those two idiots, and then he become president for 10 years. But you know,
man, I still say this: the retirement age is what, 62, 65. That should be as long as
should say that. That should be their third agenda term limit.
Right. That should be
in power forever.
Once you hit that age, you got to retire. You got to step down. It should not be 70 and 80-year-olds trying to relate to the everyday person.
Yeah, I did my commentary about the Kyrie Irving situation, and I said something about John Lewis, and I'm just waiting for them to come at me.
But my question is this. Now, I'm not CSI, They ain't never been no police officer, you know. But my house done got broke into before. I want to know how the hell you breaking in somebody's house, but the glass is outside the house.
He ain't break in. They was having a lovers quarrel.
Yeah, we know
He ain't
that.
break
We
in.
know that. He didn't break in. He was trying to get
Oh,
out
did you hear that he illegal too?
from Canada.
Yes, sir.
And part of the
Yeah,
alphabet community.
And part of the alphabet community.
exactly. And BLM, all up on that L gibbet.
Boy, he done hit all the check marks.
Yes, sir.
All on the L gibbet.
Yeah.
Everything L
Told you.
gibbet was.
I told you. I got 6 dislikes on that video already. I knew it. They got upset. I said something about John Lewis.
Because that was the first thing I seen when they showed the Pelosi husband break in. I was like, break in? Why the glass on the outside of the house? How you gonna break in a house from inside the house out? You know, like I said, I ain't got no college, nothing like that. It took me 6 years plus summer school to get a high school diploma. So I'm not a very smart man, but I could pass a common sense test. I know what a window look like if you throw a rock from the outside in or you throw a rock from the inside out. My eyes work fine. All that glass on the outside. I'm like, that look like a motherfucker trying to get up out of there.
See, I heard about it, but I didn't know the inner, the details about it. But
just look at the picture. The picture says it all. Picture's worth 1,000 words.
I know you was listening. Make sure you
break in a house from inside the house. If you throw a doggone rock at a house, now car glass is different. House glass, the glass gonna be inside the house. Y'all seen that story with that woman that had the pickaxe in 62 out in California, busting in somebody's windows in their house that had just moved in across the street? Wasn't no glass outside. All the glass was inside. So how you gonna swing something from the outside to the inside, but all the glass is with you? It don't work like that unless the house a balloon and it had compressed air inside. As soon as you hit it, poof, there it is. Which we know it wasn't that. So, trying to sell us this magic theory bullet bullshit for the Pelosi's. That's what they doing.
I hope when she go home, an earthquake hit
the magic bullet.
When she go home, an earthquake hit her house, just her house. Leave the rest of San Francisco alone.
Thank you.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Her district is San Francisco.
Yeah, she's San Francisco. You didn't know that?
Exactly.
Here's the reason why I said that.
Oh, I made a joke about that the other day. I said, listen, as soon as she goes, that district about to become that whole city about to become a quiet suburb.
Yo, I either had an Uber driver or I was the Uber rider or whatever, and I was talking to somebody, whoever it was, and I mentioned how I wouldn't mind going to San Francisco because of the pictures and things that I've seen. And she was like, "You don't want to go to San Francisco. It's dirty as hell." She was like, "You go to your car, it's gonna be shit next to your car door, and it's not gonna be dog shit, it's gonna be people shit because of the homeless population." Since the homeless population is like that in San Francisco, Nancy Pelosi should be ashamed of herself. I already didn't have no respect for it, and I have absolute whatever respect for her.
That's as much as that's on her, that's also on the city management because they went the far left route and they pulled the no cash bail crap and they just let people do what they do. Like the cops said they actively saw somebody breaking somebody's home, but they were told not to arrest them. So they got Chase Bowden up out of there because he didn't want to prosecute nobody. And now they trying to clean it up. So we see.
That's the future of Chicago.
And also they're also pissed off at Silicon Valley. Like all the residents, they're pissed off at Silicon Valley. So they revolting on them. So who knows? San Francisco might have their own earthquake above ground. Who knows?
Yeah.
This gonna be interesting. I haven't even looked at the race.
They talking about Republicans taking 55 seats in the Senate.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So you talk about them possibly having a fucking supermajority, like close to a supermajority? Oh, shit.
And they talking about in the House. They talking about they get 218 seats. They're not
Well,
playing, bro.
Well, I guess we better get ready to become slaves again, because that's what they said gonna happen.
Oh, I know. And listen,
They
listen.
gonna make y'all slaves
We'll be
again.
slaves, but we'll have a better economy.
Yeah, because I told them, I told people, I said, if Stacey Abrams wins, you know, then I'm just gonna come clean to the world and say I got ovarian cancer, knowing damn well I ain't no woman.
Yeah, you can be.
Hey, Jermaine, did you hear Herschel Walker's last speech? Oh, you got that man was sounding coherent like a motherfucker.
Man,
I'm finna pull it up right now.
Look, how is he tied? How is it close?
No, he leading. He ain't tied. He leading. He's ahead right now. He leading by I think 1.5 points right now. Last time I looked.
Herschel lit Obama's ass up on the clapback. I was like,
dude, I'm giving it to him right now.
Oh, thank you. Play that, chat, please.
Man. It's 20 minutes though, but he was going in, block. He was going in.
Play that beat.
I swear to God, he sounded like a boxer. That's how good. That's how close he was sounding like a boxer. They're trying to sell the fight.
Man, play that shit.
He ain't whipped the used car salesman ass, did he?
Nah, man. And he didn't even say, first of all, not one time.
See what Herschel's talking about.
Senator Junior Walker.
There you go.
That's my man. I can't believe he's about to be my senator. He gonna show up at Capitol Hill with a football in his Georgia helmet.
Hey, before any speech I ever make, I always acknowledge my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because he said if you don't acknowledge him, he's not going to acknowledge you.
Hey,
and
Jermaine,
I also
why he
want to
sound like
acknowledge
Mr.
my
T?
wife, Julie, because she's in this fight with me. And this is a fight, and I have family members here, and I also have you, who's my family member. I want to thank you for being here. And I'm also going to tell you the reason I'm going to win this election, and to tell you the reason why. Because as I stand here today, you can see that I don't look like a politician, do I? I don't sound like a politician, do I? And because I'm not a politician. I am that warrior for God that he's prepared me for this moment right now. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because I tell everyone, I was brought up in this little town not far from here called Wrightsville, Georgia. And I'll tell you, if you got 1 year to live, move there, because that year is forever. Same old, same old. But what was so funny is I was born, as my mom said, I was big boned, which meant I was fat. And I used to have that speech impediment where I couldn't put a sentence together. So for 4 years of my life, I never really spoke in a classroom. For 4 years of my life, I never really went out for a recess because I was beat up all the time. But God was getting me ready. He was getting me ready because what he did is got me working out that I got a scholarship to go to the University of Georgia. And then he was getting me ready because I got a chance to win a Heisman Trophy. And then he was getting me ready because I got a chance to be on the 1992 Olympic bobsled team. And think about it. There's no snow here in Georgia, and I made the 1992 Olympic bobsled team. God knew then, he said, wait, that's not enough, because he got to get me ready, because I'm getting ready to put him up against a wolf in sheep clothing. He knew that he was going to put me up against this wolf in sheep clothing, and he said, I got to work him. So what he did then, they came up and said, listen to this, I never drank before in my life, never tasted beer, never taken a drug, don't even take medicine, but they told me I had a mental problem. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, how do Herschel Walker have a mental problem? I'm talking about myself in third person, but I know that. So I went to this hospital, and I remember sitting in this hospital, and I go, whoa, these people here are crazy. These people here are crazy. I'm not like them. And then the Lord showed me that we all fall short of the glory of God. Amen. And I started working me, so he was molding me, getting me ready, and then he brought me back out. So he redeemed me, and he washed me in his blood. And when he brought me back out, he said, now you're ready to take him on. So all of a sudden, I'm going to tell you what happened, though. This is what happened. I'm going to tell you this little story. What happened was, it was like this man that died early in life. He died early in life, and when he got to heaven, St. Peter met him at the pearly gates. And St. Peter said, sir, you're here a little bit early right now, that your name ain't on the roll. but you're the only one in history that's going to get an opportunity to decide where you want to go. So I'm going to take you to heaven and I'm going to take you to hell, and you support them. Because let me tell you this, because they've told us many times there's peace through strength, but yet Senator Warnock and Joe Biden are talking about weakness. Y'all saw what happened in Afghanistan. You don't think every leader looking at them saying they look pretty weak? The Senator Warnock trying to distance himself now from Joe Biden. He voted with him 96% of the time.
I'm gonna put this in the chat.
Hey, Robert Stafford, I ain't got no party, bro. I'm an independent.
I'm gonna put this in the chat, so if anybody want to watch it, they can watch it. I know that's gonna be my nightcap. So
yes, sir.
Yeah,
I ain't got no party. I've been independent since 2017.
You don't, fam. Don't even.
I know. I know.
Here's the crazy thing about that, and we can end the show. We can end the show on that right there. The same way that whoever had got 45 ready that time, he had a speech and he sounded like, I was like, oh shit, that's him talking. The Republicans know what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing about this is they know what they're doing. So we have to come to grips with the fact that fuck these goddamn political parties. Let's do what we need to do. And kid, I don't know if I had told you too. I'm ready to start our own political party, yo. Fuck this shit. Start our own political party, vote in the block. Let's go ahead and get some elections won. We just got to figure out what the tangibles are. Because
there you go.
We got the influence to do it. We definitely got the influence to do it. Because, and at least we know we're going to lead by example. We're not going to lead on no bullshit, and we're not corrupt.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, you
He just said Kyrie gave money to the real estate agents.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
you want to hear a blind story? I got one for you.
Hold up.
One for you.
Hold up. What? Say that again, kid.
They said Kyrie Irving gave money to the real estate agents.
Recently or before?
Look like today. I'm looking at it right now. Let me see.
Oh, so he paying reparations.
Let me see.
Oh well.
I mean, the crazy part about it is more than likely
he gave him $500,000.
500,000, huh?
To what?
And the Nets matched it.
To what?
To
So that's $1 million
groups.
gone to the real estate agents.
No, that right there. That's the Nets. That's the Nets in the NBA, right? It's written all over it. That's them all day long. Man, we got to do this. We got to do this to quell, because the problem is with fucking Brooklyn and where they are, they where they are. So that money, we all of us know that money ain't shit. That money ain't that ain't touching shit.
Yeah.
They didn't even say nothing wrong.
But it's still the principle though. It's the principle that I got a problem with. If you know you ain't did shit wrong, then you stood on your square for 2 years. Why you ain't gonna stand on it now?
Exactly. Because see, now I'll give you a blind story. Now, D Twizzle, my nizzle, handled the bizzle and made the post office rizzle. I know somebody benefited from all that. And you know what she did? Voted for Joe. I'm like, what you do that for? I don't like Trump's tweets. I'm sitting here like, Jesus Christ. He fixed what was going on with everything that you was complaining about on your job. He fixed that. You gonna turn around and you gonna vote for this one talking about you don't like his tweets?
Got me pissed. I keep
Woo! I'm sitting here like,
shout out. You know what? I don't even like Trump like that, but shout out to that man. He did something right.
Y'all gotta read this article, bro. Yeah. All right.
I mean, D Twizzle, my nizzle.
Hey, black folks, give Kyrie back his 500,000.
Thank you. No, if he gave it away, it's his loss.
Now, tomorrow I want to see all the buck dances on ESPN and
Oh,
Fox
you know Jason Whitlock finna go in.
and FS1.
Stephen
I
A
want to
was
see
like,
them
he was
apologize.
right. He was right.
He did the right thing. I'm
Right.
glad
This
he did
this
it.
is how we move forward.
Yeah, by
Shaq
giving
gonna be like,
somebody money.
Kyrie, there's always consequences to the action. You can't do that. But Kyrie, if you ever want to, really be for the people, you should work in one of my Papa John's. We got this new we got that new thing we stole from Domino's.
Yeah, and took Papa John's from the original owner for what he was on.
Yeah, but Shaq went and he working for a company who the owner was racist.
Exactly, and that's why when that shit, and mind you, Shaq from Newark, I lost all respect for him after that shit because he just. But my man, at this point,
you can get on these platforms and say nigga, bitch, black, fuck, kill black people.
And somebody made a good point too. They were like, "Listen, Charles Barkley, you didn't get suspended for what you said about Trayvon Martin."
Oh, another funny thing about doggone with Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal is one of the #1 house music DJs in the world. I'm like, how the fuck that happened? You don't know shit about house music.
You paid
but
for it. Paid for it.
You paid for it.
Hey,
Shaquille O'Neal, if you look up highest paid house music DJs, this motherfucker can't mix with dirt and water and make mud if you put him on some turntables with vinyl. That motherfucker can't tell you nothing about the history of house music, but he's the #1 house music DJ. Not #1, but he one of the highest paid house music DJs, just like Paris Hilton when she came out with her doing this shit and all this. It's like, get y'all doggone privileged ass on. You got people that are grinding, trying to make it to that level, and y'all ritzy titsy motherfuckers that already got the world at your feet, y'all getting in the way of people that's trying to get the come up on.
Well, everybody, listen. We're going to go ahead and end the show. Kid, we appreciate you coming on. Leonard, we definitely appreciate y'all coming on without a doubt. Next Wednesday. Oh, so wait a minute. So next Wednesday is going to be right after the election.
Yes,
the
sir.
day after.
Okay.
Day after, you got to go in. Y'all better start early because there's going to be a lot to go over.
All right. So Wednesday, we'll see y'all Wednesday. We're gonna do whatever. We're gonna make sure, mind you, for everybody, make sure you watch Kid Gravity's page on Tuesday. We probably both gonna be on that shit.
So I got poppers
I'm
coming
gonna
from
share
Amazon.
his shit. Kid
I
Gravity.
got New Year's Eve poppers coming from Amazon for that show, bro.
See, I got
she lose,
what
bro,
I need
when
to do.
she lose.
Yeah,
I need to subscribe to his page. His link need to be in the chat so I can subscribe. So when I
left
go
comments
live,
on a couple of your videos already. I'm surprised you ain't seen them.
Kid Gravity Beyond. Kid Gravity Beyond.
Kid Gravity, okay, because
Kid Gravity Beyond, because if you put in Kid Gravity, you're gonna get number of little kid videos. I promise you.
Kid Gravity Beyond, and you commented on some of my videos. Okay,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to look for them because I don't read all the comments. I just be
that's fine.
On YouTube. You just put it in, and also everybody, once again, look up the documentary Above Majestic. You gotta watch. You have to watch this documentary. I promise you, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna take a lot of shit from it. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck? I didn't know that. And we will see y'all next week. Same thing. Like I just said, make sure you watch Kid Gravity's podcast on Tuesday. Kid Gravity Beyond. He's gonna be talking about the all this political shit that's going on.
This motherfucker gonna be prominent next week, boy. Oh, this man's gonna be prominent next week. Oh, that meltdown on Twitter, man. I'm gonna have so much content.
Hey, this is gonna be the move. We'll see y'all Wednesday. We appreciate everybody coming on. It's always fun. We love y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and we'll see y'all Wednesday.
Bet.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you.